This week on Steel Horse Thunder, it's a special episode dedicated to flat track racer Parker Norris.
We had a virtual phone interview yesterday with the medical director where he's going at Mary Free Bed, and he's like, as I've been looking through the 400 pages of paper, this child should not be alive. He's like, so the thought of me even speaking to a 19-year-old kid with these injuries is beyond phenomenal.
I'm telling you, brother, if I ever saw anybody that has a call of God on their life, it's definitely you, because it was definitely not your time yet.
Yeah, I've been trying hard to get through therapy a lot, and just getting through this has been pretty thankful.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Vince, what do we have to look forward to this year with Flat Out?
Man, I'm trying to do something every weekend. Even if it's not a big, huge event, I just want people to have some place to go. Because I know sometimes I get on my bike and I'm like, where am I going to head? You know what I mean? So just about every Saturday, check our Facebook page, Flat Out Motorcycles. There's something on the pretty much every Saturday, either an open house or an event. Today, our Indian Motorcycle Ride group met up here with some people that weren't involved in the group, and they rode up for the Run for the Sun up in Anderson.
Obviously, you have this beautiful Indian showroom floor that you guys have here, but there's so much more than that here at Flat Out.
There is. I mean, Kawasaki, Yamaha for your street bike stuff. If you've got, if you play in the mud or you got a farm, we got the Polaris, the Can-Ams. I mean, there's really something here for everybody. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just motorcycles. You've got other hobbies that involve power sports, it's here.
This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase, looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Leidendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, as you know, this year, all of our charity rides have been sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. This episode, maybe not as much of a charity ride, because we ended up meeting Parker Norris, a flat track racer who was injured in Terre Haute, Indiana. And so he spent quite a few days, I think about 43 days in all, at Methodist Hospital. I had an opportunity to get to meet him shortly after he arrived there, and spent as much time as I could up at the hospital with him and his family. Got to know his mom and his sisters pretty well, and some of his friends, other flat track racers. And so after talking with them, and we had a chance to go out to Peoria to talk to a few of the other competitors out there, and it's just a different episode. And although it's not a charity ride, it's still sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. Indiana's motorcycle destination, man. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. If you want to go for a cool ride and a great place to stay and eat, this is the place to go. Obviously, we are here in Indianapolis in front of Methodist Hospital. Can you share a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, he was racing for a Steve Nace race in Terre Haute, and he does a lot of those just for seat time and to earn some money to help get to the next race. We're privateers, and single parent. My dad helps, my mom helps with watching the little one while we're gone, and it's a group effort, but it's a lot of money. So he does all these on the side races to make some money and get us to the next race. So, and it was the last lap, last corner of the second race he was in, and we weren't there, but it sounded like he just hit the front tire of somebody just a little bit, and it high-sided him, and the people behind him didn't have anywhere to go. So that's the nature of the beast, I guess. nobody's fault. It wasn't intentional, just them bad accidents that happen.
Now, can you kind of describe what it was like to get the phone call and to have to make the ride all the way down from Michigan to get to here?
Probably the worst 5 hours of my life. When you get a call from the chaplain, you know it's not good. So I've never had that happen, but I've seen it happen, and so kind of just a quietness, you know, for that. We're all in the truck, but you just, you know, and when we got here, pretty much the surgeon sat us down and said, well, it's grim, and she said he's not dying right tonight, but, you know, pretty much he'll probably be gone within 48 hours. So just to get there for 10 minutes, and that's what you're told, you can't explain the feeling. So, but he's proved, every surgeon, every doctor, every real look at his injuries, that his time wasn't up. So he fought, and I told him through the second surgery where they lost him and had to bring him back, I told him if he was done, if he was tired, I would be okay. But, and again, he was a miracle, and he's alive. So, you know, he wasn't ready, so I said, all right, you're not ready, I'm not ready. So, you know, I'm never ready, but I said if he was tired, he went through a lot, and you know, I was going to be okay if he told me he was ready. But as you can see, 41 days later, he was walking today. So other than he's a badass kid, you know, the prayers and the positive thoughts go hand in hand with everything, because honestly, he shouldn't be here.
All right, Jason. Now, actually, I know you as the other Jason. That's how we met up at the hospital. Unfortunately, you were up at the hospital quite a bit as well in Indianapolis with Parker Norris and stuff, and you're out here racing today. What do you think about this track?
Track looks sweet. It might be a little bit rough, but it's going to be great all day long.
They did a fantastic job. They worked on it all night last night, and you know, I was amazed to see how good it is out here. How do you like this track?
I mean, it looks nice to me. I heard we got a lot of rain, so there's a lot of moisture. The track's going to be really packed down. It's going to be, you know, sticky, ready to go.
What's your favorite kind of racing? Do you like the miles, half miles? Do you like these kind of tracks, the TTs?
I just like every technical track. If it's a mile, half mile TT, I like it to be technical, up close, nice, you know, rubbins racing.
Right on, right on. So, yeah, you know, it's really cool, you know, that Parker is back in Michigan now, and shoot, he's actually back home. I mean, what kind of a miracle is that?
Oh, it amazed me. I was down there from day one. I went down there, I ran down there as fast as I could. I stayed down there every couple weekends with them and hung out and just kind of checked up on him, and got a video sent to me the other day of him working on that lawnmower, and it was just crazy. He said, we got to get moving, we got to get going, because I got to go home, I got bikes to work on. So that's what he did.
I'm telling you, man, the kid is a miracle. He is a superhero, as his mom's been calling him, and it's true. You know, all you guys out here are superheroes, and my hat is off to everybody out here that races, because you guys, as fierce as you are, competitors on the track, off the track, you guys are family.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, on the track, it's just we're going all out. When we're off the track, we're all hanging out again. And I grew up with Parker, so it's awesome out here.
We are here with a couple people that have been very instrumental in Parker Norris and all the other injured racers that, you know, unfortunately it happens here with the flat track circuit. And how long have you been doing this with the rookies class of '79?
Since we got the organization started, since 2009, but I've been with Charlie and the group, the original 6 of the class of '79. We've been with them for as long as I can remember, I guess. With Scotty Parker, Wayne Rainey.
Since 1979.
Jones. Yeah.
So yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. And can you kind of explain a little bit about what you guys actually do?
Again, Verna started to tell you, myself, Wayne Rainey, Ronnie Jones, Scotty Parker, Tommy Duma, and John Wenzowitz were the original rookie class of 1979. We were all very blessed, had some great success in the sport with Scotty and Wayne and Ronnie Jones, 3 of which are Hall of Famers, and we've remained friends. In 2009, they wanted to honor us at the Indianapolis Mile the night that Kenny Roberts rode the TZ 750, and we had a golf outing. We used to get together once a year and play golf, and Parker won the outing. Some money exchanged hands, and threw the money in the table and said, let's do something. And the rookie class of 79 and Friends was formed to give back to the sport that we love with all of our hearts.
And of course, we're here because of Parker Norris, who unfortunately spent 40 plus days in Indianapolis at Methodist Hospital. I'd like to say I got to know him better, but I really didn't, because he was unconscious most of the time up there. I finally got to actually meet him, shortly before he went back to Michigan. But I got to know his family and to hear the stories from them about the community out here of racers. And I think what you guys are doing, I mean, it's a perfect example of what all these guys, all these racers out here, how they act.
And that's what makes our charity work. Is we call it Flat Track Family. This is probably the closest knit community of people that you'll ever meet in your life. When any one of them needs anything, they're fierce competitors on the racetrack, but if any one of them needs anything, they step up and support. And thus far, we have raised $53,000 for Parker's recovery. And it's not necessarily the medical bills or the hospital bills, it's the rehab, or it's what it's going to take to get him back into society doing whatever he wants. Our goal is $100,000, so we're more than halfway to our goal. But we want to be able to provide Parker an opportunity to go to school, whether it be a trade school or college or whatever. We want to give him whatever he chooses to do in life. We want to help make it easier on him.
We had a virtual phone interview yesterday with the medical director, where he's going at Mary Free Bed, and he's like, as I've been looking through the 400 pages of paper, this child should not be alive. He's like, so the thought of me even speaking to a 19-year-old kid with these injuries is beyond phenomenal. He's like, so we are getting him here because you have to be approved, and he's like, this is where he needs to be, because honestly, if you just look at paper, this person, this body would not be here. So, so much more. His will to live, his spirit. I've always known. I've put him on a pedestal his whole life, but now everybody else sees what I've always known.
Skylar, I know you've had it's been a crazy 40 days for you too as well, being here in Indiana, going back to Michigan and back and forth. What's it like as a sibling, just to watch your big brother go through something like this?
I know to begin with it was really hard when I found out what happened, because he is literally one of my all of my rock, and one of my biggest heroes I've ever looked up to in my life. So it was definitely really hard seeing him go through all of this. But seeing how strong he is and him getting through this has helped me get through this hard time also. So all I can really say, it's been really hard, and he's the one that's keeping me strong.
Well, I know your mom has used the word hero an awful lot with him, and I don't think you can say it enough. I mean, he's got to truly be your hero.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one of the few guys I look up to, and can goes beyond what anybody can think of a bigger brother of, and he's just kind of my all, and hero doesn't even describe him enough. There's no words that could probably describe him, how I feel for him and how he's been in my life.
Now, Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
The attorneys at Leidendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
So Shana, you're here at this race. Peoria is a good track to race on. I know you just won a race out in Sturgis though, right?
Yeah, Sturgis went really well for me out at Rapid Hills. I was able to come away with the win there this year, so that was an exciting day for me.
I bet it was. It was a good race too. We actually watched it.
Yeah. Last year I came up there a little bit short with getting second place to Brandon Price, so I came into that race pretty dang hungry to want to get that win there, and we were able to get the bike really dialed in. We focused all day in turn 4, and I think as the night went on, we showed we were fast.
Well, it was a great race. Congratulations. Today I hope you are out on this track and run just as good as there. You are one, excuse my French, badass. You're a small girl, you're out on this racetrack. How does it feel racing against all those guys?
I don't know any different. I grew up racing with these guys my entire life. There wasn't a whole lot of female classes available when I was younger. So for me, racing with these guys, that's normal. That's home for me. So I'm really fortunate to be ranked up there with these guys and be able to race them handlebar to handlebar.
Well, you're doing an awesome job. Thanks for being out here today, and thanks for talking with us. I do have to ask you, you're very short. I'm short too, so I'm not saying that mean. I'm just saying you have a tall bike. Is that a hindrance for you to be on that tall of a bike?
Definitely we have our strengths and weakness tracks. I tend to struggle a little bit more on these TTs and, the shorter tracks just because I am small. It takes a lot more effort for me to get my foot down and muscle these bikes around on the smaller tracks. So, but we go to the mile tracks and it has a little bit of an advantage. So it really weighs itself out throughout the year.
So which track is your favorite?
Man, probably my favorite is, I like Knoxville, Iowa. That's where I got my first win and also made my first Twins main event. But also Sacramento mile's been good to me as well. So.
Well, congratulations on your win last week, and we're rooting for you today. Go out there and just hope you do a win.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, it's Thursday Night Bike Night. I'm here with Dan Yohe. He's the official realtor of Steel Horse Thunder. Dan, we got a chance to meet you a few weeks ago. Tell me a little bit about the services that you provide.
Well, obviously, I'm here to help represent anyone, whether you're looking to buy the home of your future or to sell the current home that you're in. I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has for me. No obligation at all. And if you want to know what your home's worth, happy to help you with that. If you have questions about inspections or what to get prepared for, I'm happy to help you with that as well.
Good deal. And I know we see you out here at Bike Night quite a bit. I know you're going to be at some of the rides this year, and you're pretty easily approachable. And so when you see Dan out there, if you got some questions, make sure you stop by and talk to him.
Absolutely.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are.
We're out here at the TT races. These racers, it's so much fun to watch them, but there's so much risk involved too. And a lot of racers have been in accidents this year, and you got the rookie class 79. They have raised funds for these racers who are out here, and that's one of the reasons we're out here. So please keep all these racers in your prayer, because they need it when they're out here racing. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun, but it's so dangerous also.
I don't think there's a stronger family than the flat track family.
Yeah, true. It is. We see each other more than we see our family members, really. So it becomes your family. So I'll be around. These guys, they're all my buddies. So it's get on the plane, go watch them do their work, and it's definitely going to be less stressful this winter trying to. Not trying to gather sponsors and figuring out what I'm going to do. So I'm looking forward to that and spending time with my family and watching my 3-year-old grow up and doing normal things in life.
And that is just so cool. But I tell you, though, one of the main reasons we're out here is Parker Norris spent a lot of time at Methodist Hospital in Indianapolis and got to know his family. And they just went on and on and on about how this flat track family is so tight-knit and, and that's kind of why we're here. But dude, I got to tell you, I have enjoyed watching you race over these years, and you've always been one of my favorite racers out there. And I personally want to say thank you for putting on the shows that you have put on.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I have no regrets, and nothing to prove. So everything that I've accomplished, is something that I've always dreamt of. So it's good.
I know we got racing going on, Peoria, Illinois, great TT track race. I mean, this is one of the best places to go to, but I got to ask you, the beard, man, how long you been growing the beard?
It'll be 6 years in September.
Holy crap, you grew that in 6 years?
Yep.
My God. I'm almost embarrassed now. I've been growing mine for almost 11 years, man.
You just stop cutting it. That's all you ask. That's my advice. Just don't cut it.
Well, see, I'm a lot older than you are. I think mine just stopped growing. I mean, it's already falling out of the top of my head, so I figured I'd grow it on the bottom, and it's working.
Whatever works for you.
All right, so you're out here. What is your job out here?
I'm the crew chief for Chad Coast, so I'm the mechanic on the 49 bike.
Right on. How challenging is it to set up for a track like this?
It's fairly challenging, especially today. Today's kind of double, so not only we only do 3 TTs a year, but now we've got a compromised track due to all the weather. So, whatever we thought we were going to get up Peoria, now it's something different. So we really won't know till 3 o'clock and we get on the track.
So you've been racing for quite a while now, quite a few years. What is your favorite part about the whole flat track circuit? Not necessarily your favorite track or anything else, but just your favorite part of being part of this community.
Yeah, it's a little different, honestly, from some other professional sports. The fans have a lot more access to the stars, if you will, and we're all we just were talking about it, but we're all one big family. There's from the outside, we're racers and we're competing, but I think everybody would be surprised if they knew how well we all got along, how much time we spent together, travel together, train together, things like that. So I think the cool part of flat track is the access we have, the fans have to us, and how down to earth, everybody is, and it's a big friendly family atmosphere. So I think that's unique in a sport where it still is a professional level sport. So I think it's a treat for the fans to be able to just have that access and talk to us like we're normal people, because that's what we are,
What we're out here about today is kind of the family of the flat track family, and what do you have to say about even your competitors, your fiercest competitors out here?
Yeah, well, I love and respect all these guys just because we've all known each other for a long time, and sometimes there could be little things that happen at the track, and you get heated, and we are in competition with each other, but at the end of the day, we've got to deal with each other the next weekend. So, it is essentially one big family. But nobody's going away, and it's always just kills me when I see some of these guys, getting hurt or even worse, paying the ultimate price to do what we love to do, and I feel even more blessed when something like that happens, but it also just pains me to see that happening, because I want all the competitors out here. I want all the best guys out here because, like I say, I do respect all these guys, and I know what they're going through because I'm kind of doing the same thing. So it's tough, and this sport is way more dangerous than I think sometimes it gets credit for, and that sometimes is part of the allure, it's kind of flirting with that danger.
Well, Skylar, we happen to bump into you here at the Peoria TT races. Do you go to all the races now?
Mostly all of them. Yeah.
So I understand as of, actually today, this is Saturday, so your brother's actually coming home today, correct?
Yeah, he actually got home around noon back home, I'm pretty sure, and started getting all settled in then. So he's home finally.
Are you happy about that?
Yeah, to deal with him again and being back home. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about it.
That's cool. I hope you're still this excited, a month from now when you're having to deal with him constantly striving to get back to racing again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, before we left the hospital, he told me he was racing in a couple weeks. So, but knowing him, that's just his personality. So it kind of fits him with what he would say with that. So.
Well, it's just so cool. I'm so happy to see you here. I actually feel like I come out here now and I actually know a few people out here now because of unfortunate circumstances, getting to know him and getting to know you guys. But I'm just so happy for you guys to have him back home again. I know your mom's got to be absolutely thrilled to be able to come home and actually live in her house again.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're all super happy he's back home. I mean, he was supposed to be in rehab for about, I think, like a month or two, they said, and like he was probably in there for about, like, I think it was like 9 or 10 days. So he surprises everybody. I mean, he surprised me. So I'm just a proud sister is really all I can say. But
and that's all that needs to be said right there. I'm proud of all you guys, man. Your family has shown that Parker's not the only superhero. Your entire family is a superhero, and you guys represent this sport very well.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we try to do. That's why I've tried to make it out to all these ever since he got hurt, because I know it's what he wanted to do and like wanted me to probably have fun all summer. So it's what I've been doing and trying to do.
Well, Parker, I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be here with you 41 days later and talking to you about getting ready to go home back to Michigan. How does that feel?
Yeah, I'm glad that we're here, and going back to Michigan is it's a lot better than being here. I'll tell you that.
You ask a simple question, you're going to get a simple answer, because that's the perfect answer right there. I mean, it's got to be amazing to see your family that has surrounded you this time for all this time. And I know you haven't been aware of it for a long time because of the sedation and stuff, but it's kind of nice to see your mom and your sister here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a mess, but them being here has helped out a lot.
Well, I've always said we don't always know why things happen to us, but I do know when something does happen, like what's happened to you, you've gotten through it, and you're getting through it right now. And you still, I know there's still a long road ahead of you yet, and you got rehab up in Michigan to do. But I'm telling you, brother, if I ever saw anybody that has a call of God on their life, it's definitely you, because it was definitely not your time yet.
Yeah, I've been trying hard to get through therapy a lot, and just getting through this has been pretty thankful.
Well, you are an inspiration to a lot of people out there. Your will to survive and your will to get through all this has just been it's been an inspiration to me, and I'm old, so I can't even imagine what it's like for some of these younger guys, especially young riders that are just getting ready to get started. You really are an inspiration to everybody.
Yeah, the younger riders probably getting a little bit scared, but sing through there, and later on in life it'll get better.
Right on. Well, dude, I'm going to let you rest a little bit, and thank you so much for talking with us.
No problem. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, you know how we take our summer break? Well, we actually went through summer pretty much, but we are getting ready to take our little break now. It doesn't mean the show's not going to be on. It just means you can catch up on all the past episodes that you missed from this season. And, we'll be back, and we'll be here for all our holiday episodes like we always do. So catch up on some of the past episodes. And remember, it's not what you ride, it's that you ride.
So, Carl, we're out. Sorry. Messed up your name already. Blah, 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 blah.
A little more serious this week. Okay, ready?